Authorities say Matthew Taylor Coleman confessed to murdering his 2 young children in Mexico because of a QAnon conspiracy. A California surfing school owner who was charged with killing his 2 children in Mexico is a follower of QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories, who thought the children, and I quote, were going to grow into monsters, so he had to kill them, according to the federal government. Let me put up a picture of what once was seemingly a happy family. This is tough. This is tough. Those children are dead. That wife, her world is completely upside down. Matthew Taylor Coleman, 40 years old, was charged Wednesday with foreign murder of US nationals in connection with the death of his 2-year-old son and his 10-month-old daughter. According to the US Attorney's Office for the Central District of California, authorities said Coleman confessed to the killings and told the FBI that he used a spear fishing gun to stab his children. Coleman's wife, identified only by her initials, contacted Santa Barbara police after her husband had taken the kids out on a Saturday, but didn't tell her where they were going. She grew concerned after he failed to respond to her messages. Her concern was well warranted. A judge ordered that Coleman be held without bond Wednesday and scheduled his arraignment for August 31st. According to the complaint, ladies and gentlemen, according to the complaint, Coleman said that he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew it. But it was the only course of action that would save the world. The complaint says Coleman told authorities that he learned about serpent DNA through QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories. This is how dangerous this stuff is. This is how dangerous it is. This guy was a business owner on the social media profiles, seemingly a happy family, looked as if he cared for his children. And now another victim with other victims connected to QAnon conspiracy theories. QAnon is more recent, it has a more recent conspiracy theory premised on the belief that a similar global cabal at the top of the US government is secretly murdering and eating children, and that Donald Trump was quietly working to defeat them during his time in office. That is a current freaking conspiracy theory being promoted by QAnon members. Was tragic.
Yeah, there's nothing to say about the heinous and just horrific nature of the crimes against these young children. That's, anybody can recognize that this is a monstrosity, and it's horrible. And our hearts go out to the families of those victims, because they're gonna be dealing with something that I can't even imagine or begin to even try to imagine. But it does make me wonder about the kind of citizenry that we are fostering here in America, where people are susceptible to this type of stuff. We don't have an infrastructure or a system built to deal with mental health issues. We pay lip service to caring about that kind of stuff, but we don't have the system in place to deal with these vulnerable types of people. And I don't know, Dr. Richey, that we have evolved as a human being to deal with mass media and just the stuff that we deal with on the internet, right? I don't know if our brains are equipped to deal with this stuff. And also it makes me think about Russiagate. And I remember people complaining about the Russian interference. And what was the interference? They're telling people that Hillary Clinton eats babies and all. The fact that we have a citizenry that's susceptible to this type of stuff. I think that speaks more harshly of us than it would some Russian or any other foreign actor who could influence American citizens with junk, right? This isn't, say what the US government has done in places like Guatemala and Chile and Iran, where they literally overthrow through democratically elected governments, right? Like that's not that's not what the Russian interference was. It was just them putting out rumor and innuendo and people running with it. So I think it says a lot about the type of people we have that we're making here in America, that they're susceptible to just it's junk.
Yeah, and it's a cult-like where you are indoctrinated to a belief system contrary to what you were taught or understand as truth. And that's the thing about indoctrination. And typically it impacts individuals who are more mentally vulnerable than anyone else. But here's the reality of indoctrination. It causes you to not critically think about what you believe. That's what it does to you. And so you can start believing and adhering to a doctrine or to a philosophy completely contrary to what you've been taught, completely contrary to what you know, but you have been indoctrinated to believe something adverse of the facts. And here's the other part, and you made a great point here. Have we evolved enough for this kind of mass information and mass deceit? Because remember, there are still people thinking, let's be real, that Donald Trump is going to be appointed president. We don't even do that in America. That's not even in the Constitution. But there are people who really believe that the man will be appointed president of the United States by some mystical power, all right? I know it's different, but it's the same linear thinking. It is not rooted in anything fact worthy, but people believe it as truth.